an American institution, Bob Johnson.
One day I was channel surfing, looking for some sort of football game on TV, when I stumbled across the movie, The Cowboys, which I'd seen several times before. Being a fan of Westerns and a big fan of John Wayne, I decided I was going to watch it again. I watched John Wayne's toughness, watched his tenderness, and his honesty. In one instance, a disgruntled cowboy was looking for a job, confronted John Wayne, and he said, "Mister, I don't care that you were in prison, but I hate a liar." As Wayne's character developed, I thought about the other roles he played, and I thought about his life. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, if you please.
Oh, bury me not on the lone prairie where the coyotes wail and the wind blows free. And when I die, don't bury me 'neath the western sky on the lone prairie.
The movie The Shootist takes place in 1901. As fictional bounty hunter J.B. Brooks rides into town. He rides past the modern electric wires and telephone lines. He has 1 week to live and is suffering from a painful terminal cancer. Ironically, in real life, in 1976, after having a lung removed, John Wayne was declared cancer-free. However, he'd been ill, and in less than 3 years, the vile growth would claim him as another victim. Born Mary and Robert Morrison in 1907, John Wayne, also known as the Duke, was the best cowboy actor that ever lived. And the values he reflected on the screen were the same values that he reflected off the screen. He was truly a great American. Not only was the Duke tall in the saddle at 6'4", but he won a football scholarship to the University of Southern California, where he studied pre-law. After an injury cost him his scholarship, he worked as an extra and a stagehand at Fox Studios. He finally got his first starring role in the movie The Big Trail. After several more minor roles, the Duke's big break came in the classical Western movie Stagecoach. Wayne's characters typically portrayed a heroic American can-do spirit. In fact, in one movie, they had to change the script because he refused to shoot a man in the back. He had the lead in 142 movies with such notable titles as The Alamo, She Wore a Yellow Ribbon, The Searchers, The Quiet Man, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, The Cowboys, True Grit, and his last movie, The Shootist. During World War II, Wayne tried to enlist in the military, but with interference from his producers, he was always denied. At one point, he was sent an acceptance letter by the OSS, precursor to the CIA, but his wife intercepted it and never told him about it. He then traveled to U.S. bases and hospitals with the USO. Wayne's failure to serve in the military was probably the most painful part of his life, and the guilt led him to become a super patriot. He then starred in films such as The Sands of Iwo Jima, Midway, and The Green Berets, in order to try to portray the military in a more favorable, heroic light. Wayne was also involved in politics, from the Motion Picture Alliance to the government. Although a prominent Republican, he voted for Presidents Roosevelt and Truman, both Democrats. When asked about President Kennedy, he said, "I did not vote for him, but I support him because he is our president." He supported Ronald Reagan as governor of California and helped in his first run for presidency. He supported Democratic President Jimmy Carter's Panama Canal Treaty. In May 1979, Wayne was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal. 1 month later, June 11th, 1979, John Wayne succumbed to his cancer. He was posthumously awarded the Medal of Freedom by President Jimmy Carter. A quote from John Wayne: "Tomorrow is the most important thing in life. It comes to us at midnight. When it arrives, it is clean and it puts itself in our hands, hoping we learn something from yesterday." John Wayne may have rode into the sunset, but he will live on forever in the movies. Adam Toastmaster.